This public order situation saw over 50 petrol bombs thrown at the police, 2 cars hijacked and set on fire. And then, unfortunately, at 11 o'clock last night, a gunman appeared and fired a number of shots towards the police. And a young woman, Lyra McKee, 29 years old, was wounded. She was taken away from the scene of the police Land Rover to Altlegavin Hospital, but unfortunately she has died. Therefore, we have now launched a murder inquiry here in the city. We believe this to be a terrorist act. We believe it's been carried out by violent Republicans. Our assessment at this time would be that the new IRA are most likely to be the ones behind this, and that forms our primary line of inquiry. Can I say also, I want to pass my deepest sympathies to the family of Miss McKee. This is a horrendous act. It's unnecessary, it's uncalled for, it's totally unjustified. But not only is it the murder of a young woman, it's an attack again upon the people of this city. I stood here in January and we talked about the bomb and the act of violence against this city, and yet again we see another act of violence in this city that has had horrendous consequences and which will affect people for many, many, many years. I would appeal to people, particularly in this Easter weekend, to stay calm. I would appeal to people who are intent on violence to draw back. I would appeal to people who have influence to use your influence to make sure that this is a peaceful weekend, not only this weekend, but also going forward in this city. These acts of violence are bringing nothing to this city. All they're doing is bringing misery to one family, but also particularly to this city and also to our broader province. If people have information, I would appeal to you also to bring it forward. You can ring Crime Stoppers, or you can ring 101, ask for the police here at Strand Road. We need people who saw this happen to come forward. We'll also be putting out a portal for people to upload videos that they may have taken, and I know a lot of this is already circulating on social media. But again, I would ask people to be sensitive to the family. Someone has lost their life, and the last thing their family needs is to see that played over and over again. So I would ask people, if you have videos, to show sensitivity and either not show them or share them with the police so we can use them in our murder inquiry to try and track down the people who have committed this horrendous crime.
Assistant Chief Constable, those pictures appear to illustrate a very reckless act last night. How orchestrated do you believe this violence was, and just how do you deem the level of threat posed by dissident Republicans right now? Okay,
I believe that this was orchestrated, but clearly it is reckless. Orchestrated to the point that they just want to have violence and want to primarily at this occasion to attack police. But the bringing of a firearm out and firing it down a street in a residential area where they knew lots of people were standing about is a calculated and callous act and can only be designed to hurt and kill people. I mean, bullets stop somewhere, and on this occasion they stop fatally. So it's a very callous act. As I said in January, the threat level in Northern Ireland has been severe for a number of years. That remains extant. It is still severe. We have seen attacks now here in the city. Last July was a shooting attack, January, and now this. So unfortunately the threat is present. However, the threat is not dominant. There is more peace in this city than violence. There is more community policing than other policing. And there are more people in this city and across Northern Ireland who do not want this violence. We know that. We all live here, we know that. So it's important that we all stand together now and resist any further escalation of this.
Do you know what type of weapon was used and whether or not police returned fire?
Police did not return fire, and certainly from what you're seeing on the footage, it appears to be a handgun. But we did not return fire. In fact, police didn't use any force at this scene last night. Police were very measured. They absorbed quite a bit of violence. They didn't engage in confrontation with these people. All the violence was directed at us. Vincent, I've probably seen similar to what you have seen of a gunman crouched and firing down the road. So I don't know what's in his psyche. All I know is he brought a weapon out into the street and used it, and the guns kill, and that's where we are this morning.
You mentioned the fact that Lyra was taken away in a police Land Rover. Obviously, your officers were first to offer some kind of assistance to you.
Yes, I mean, it appears that she was standing close to the police Land Rover, and then our officers were alerted to the fact that she was injured. They reacted very quickly and decided the quickest thing to do was to put her in a Land Rover, try and assist her, try and keep her alive and get her out to Gavin Hospital, but unfortunately that was all in vain.
While they were tending to her, were the crowd still hostile?
Well, the rioting had been ongoing, obviously, so, I mean, they just left the scene immediately with her, and then the police continued to hold the scene that we had.
I understand she was from Belfast. What was she doing there? Was she there in the journalistic capacity?
I understand she is a journalist, but my understanding would be that last night she wasn't actively working as a journalist. But that's a matter for her and her family as to her private business as to why she was here in the city. But to be honest, why she was here is irrelevant. She should not be dead. You know, there's no reason why this person should have had this done to them. There's just no reason at all. And but she had her reasons for being there. Were perfectly legitimate. She's a perfectly innocent bystander, and we just have to utterly condemn this.